Hey Void, how you doing? So, back on my backlog with more Gojira films. So, I actually recently replaced a lot of my dubbed DVD ones, if possible, with upgraded Blu-rays, with the exception of those last ones I talked about because they were crazy spendy and I was having problems tracking them down. But was able to get this one with both of these actually subtitled. So, because a lot of the collections only have them oddly dubbed, so it was difficult ferreting out which ones were which. So, got it. Tracked it down. Managed it. Okay. So, first off, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Or known in Japan as Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Because it's just like a remake kind of thing. New era, new Mechagodzilla. It's not technically a sequel to Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla already had a sequel. We've already talked about that. Okay, so Heisei era Mechagodzilla, wildly different than OG Mechagodzilla. OG Mecha was a space robot designed to conquer the world. This one, it's Japan's defense force makes their own robot in order to combat Godzilla based on the Mechagodzilla technology harvested from our Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah film. So, this one. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. This is another one where there's a lot going on. Particularly, like, there's a pterodactyl enthusiast who's making a battleship that's now being scrapped because the Mechagodzilla 2 project is going. The Mechagodzilla project is going forward instead. So his Garuda, based on pterodactyls, because he likes pterodactyls, is going there. Is the more important project, so he's kind of being sidelined. He's where are we? So he gets onto kind of a side thing where he's trained to be a soldier, but utterly washing out on that, because so he can't even be a pilot for the Mechagodzilla. So to be a pilot for the Mechagodzilla. Meanwhile, Godzilla's getting into a fight with Rodan over an egg, which they all believe to be a pterodactyl egg. So some moss on that is weirdly psychically calling both Godzilla and Rodan to this area, so they get into a big fight. Miki Sayagusa is psychically connected to the egg, and Pterodactyl guy is breaking in to see it, and he's getting macking on the scientist at the same time, giving her rides on his mechanical Pteranodon. That's a thing. So Mechagodzilla starts. Then the egg hatches into a baby Godzilla, which better than Minya, I will say, cuter. But it has a connection still with Rodan, so it keeps getting him involved, including calling him for help when Mechagodzilla is defeating Godzilla, particularly after he fuses with the Garuda from before to turn to get these huge shoulder cannons. So Rodan somehow sacrificed itself with his new fire powers, which he got just. I don't even really know how that happened. It was this kind of chilling on a volcano, gets struck by lightning, gets supercharged somehow, and then he gets his own fire beam, and then when he merges with Godzilla effectively, he gets Godzilla's new red fire. So a lot's going on here. And there's a lot of soldier drama for whether or not the guy is qualified to be a pilot. Yeah. Okay. A lot to unpack here. The effects are, again, Toho Heisei era. They're looking pretty good. Rodan's weird when he occasionally is CG'd when flying, but for the most part, the Rodan puppet thing looks good. The baby Godzilla, it's fine. It's not the greatest design, but it's fine. The Mechagodzilla does look really cool here, I will say. Not my favorite Mechagodzilla design. That's still a coming, but overall, solid. And yeah, does feel a little bit of rehashing some old ground because Mechagodzilla does still do. It doesn't just stand there shooting, but it's still a very familiar style fight. It's not pretending to be Godzilla this time, which I like. It's just a robot version meant to face him, and it is more of a climactic battle, even if he is like hovering while shooting as he flies around once he gets the Garuda. Overall, it's not bad. I'll give it a. I think most of the Heisei ones are kind of in the 5 to 6 category. This one's it abandoned some of the hokiness that the last two had, and is trying to get a bit more serious again, despite having the whole Babby aspect. So overall, yeah, I'll give it a 6 MacGuffin. Don't know if I said it earlier. This one was in 1993, so we're getting close to the end of the Heisei era. But yeah, I think that's really all I got on this one. Did that make any sense? This one was really rambly because it's been a while since I've seen this one, and Heisei Godzilla films are weirdly complex. Apparently. Okay, all I got on this one. Talk to you later, Floyd.